Look at all this loot! DJ, none for you! Welcome back, I'm Captain Xavier, and yep, I'm a shameless fan of getting free stuff. And what we have here are some magazines that are sold on Amazon by Oimio? O-I-M-I-O. They recently showed up on some of the Nerf Facebook groups saying that they had magazines and would anyone be interested in doing reviews, and, well, I'm a shameless fan of free stuff. So I said, hey, yeah, I'd love to. I've been meaning to get a hold of some of this style of magazine for a while. I tried ordering some off eBay, but they got rejected at customs for having gun parts. So, luckily, the company that sent them to me refunded me the money, and I hadn't gotten around to reordering, and then this one showed up. So I'm sure, I'll grab that one instead. It's on Amazon. It'll be here tomorrow. They also asked if I'd be interested to review the 12-round magazines that they have, and that they would refund one of the two options, which was lovely. So I believe they refunded the 22, and then this one I ended up just buying myself, which doesn't bother me because it was like $13 for 4 12-round magazines, which is a fabulous price. And then I believe it was $16 for the 22s. So depending on where you get the worker ones, these ones might be cheaper, they might be more expensive depending on sales. I've seen the prices on these ones fluctuate. I've seen the prices on these things fluctuate. So price-wise, they're competitive, and they're also, you can get them on Amazon, which means you get them quick. So the 12-rounders come in 4-round packs in various combinations. They have different colors. They've got solid opaque ones. They've got translucent ones. Some of the times you can get 2 of one and 2 of the other. They've got, I think, a translucent black one as well, a smoky black one, which is pretty cool. And they may have more that I haven't checked up on recently. But quality-wise, that's the big question. I have an official Nerf one here, and the shape is pretty much completely identical. It doesn't have the Nerf logos on it, obviously, and but the color is exactly the same, and the plastic feels to be exactly the same. And we're going to load one up and see how well it takes. We're going to load one with regular elite darts, and then one with AccuFakes, as those tend to be the ones that if anything's going to snag in a magazine, it'll be AccuFakes. And then we're going to dump some magazines. There's 12 rounds. Still has good pressure coming up. Let's try AccuFakes. See if the wider heads get stuck. No. Still responsive. Cool. Let's try the 22. I'm going to go with the AccuFakes in the 22. I had issues with the newer of the worker 22 styles snagging, so that's really my one concern, is when you get to a longer stack, does it start pressing the darts up against the side and those wider heads start catching? And then, of course, can it keep up with a high rate of fire? I believe that's the full 22. 1, 2, 22. And we're still getting fairly snappy response. Let's dump them. have any jams. There was maybe a slight hiccup here and there in the 22 I thought I felt, but nothing that would bother me. The 22, when compared with a worker, is also pretty much exactly the same shape, other than the texturing on the front. This one just has the 3 grooves that are part of the slide to keep the follower in place, and then this one has more grooved texture on it, which functionally doesn't make any difference. I think I kind of like this look better, but these ones come in translucent orange, which is my preferred color of magazine, and Worker does not have one of those. If I wanted to get translucent orange in Worker, I would need to get the clear ones and then paint them, which is going to increase the cost and time. Now, Worker ones actually do have a screw in the follower that keeps it better in place. This one has a screw port, but no actual screw. The materials seem to be about the same. That was one thing that I was also worried about, that these would be a brittle plastic, but they are not. They're the same softer plastic that you see in the Worker magazines that make them so very resilient, which the Nerf magazines and these ones are more of that rigid plastic. So I'm actually more confident that these ones would survive more rough abuse. One other, I don't know if you'd call it a downside, but Worker magazines actually do have the removable cap on the end that allow you to put in the ring caps. This one absolutely looks like it should. I mean, by all appearance, they are exactly the same, but that is just the way the bottom of the magazine is molded. It does not actually come off. It just looks like it should. So that may be something that if you really wanted to be able to change out the bottom cap, that would be a downside. But other than that, another quick note that I noticed while I was packing things up that may or may not make a difference to you, they are a little bit tighter in the magwell, especially the 22, which if you really like to be able to simply one-hand release your mags, they won't do that. 12s you can get them too, but regular Nerf ones drop out a little bit easier. Maybe not. A little bit easier. And the Worker 22s likewise can be dropped. These ones will not drop. Now you may like that, and you may not like that. Up to you. But that is another slight difference that I noticed. These ones were, I think, $16 a piece, and Worker ones are usually $20, but you can sometimes find them on sales for as little as $10. So maybe these guys will have sales as well. There were occasionally coupons for stuff on Amazon. You never know. These ones were definitely a competitive price because you're looking at $3 a piece, give or take, per 12-round magazine, and they're good 12-round magazines, so that's not a bad price. And a lot of people I know like to run 12s because you can actually put them in AK mag pouches and close the flap. So some people like the 12s, some people prefer the high-capacity 22s. I lean towards these nowadays, though I do have a couple of places on my loadout where I use these because they fit in the pouches better. So yeah, quality is good, price is competitive, and the fact that they're on Amazon and you can get next-day shipping, I could actually have gotten these ones on same-day shipping, but I live in the Seattle area, so there's, Amazon warehouses 15 miles north of me, so. But if you need them in a hurry, you can get these 22s sometimes faster than you could get Workers, and at a slightly better price. So, yeah, I don't regret the purchase, and I wouldn't stick my nose up at anybody who decided to get these. I may get a bunch of these in the orange, just because, like I said, I really like the translucent orange. I was planning to paint the clear ones that I had translucent orange, but this might save me time. I don't know if it would save money. I'm not sure how much the paint costs, but yeah, the quality is good. I will recommend them. They work. They are excellent. So thank you so much for sending them to me. If you have any other things you would like me to review, go ahead and let me know. I'd be happy to do a review on them. And thank you guys for watching.